Hi, and congratulations on your 2018 Nissan Murano SV. This is a fantastic vehicle. This is Nissan's luxury vehicle without the luxury price tag. I know that you're going to love this. It's got a ton of features on it, and I know that there is a lot that we went over during the delivery. So we're going to take the time right now to go back through all the features on this, reintroduce you to everything, make sure that we can refresh your memory, and at the end, if you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to call, text, email, or stop into a Regan's Nissan on Baker Drive, and I'll be able to answer every question that you have. Let's have a look at your new vehicle. Here on our center console, we have a beautiful 8-inch touchscreen display. We have a navigation system here. Easy to operate, so I just go into the Navi button. If I know exactly where I'm going, I want to go to street address, and then I'm going to enter a house number. And then I'm going to say street, and I'm going to start typing. It is predictive text, so find where you're looking for, and then just press OK, and it's going to take you right there. So we're going to back out of here at the moment. If you're just looking for something nearby, you can go to points of interest and then select what it is that you're looking for. There's all kinds of options here. Once you do that, everything's going to start showing based on what is closest to you. So I want to do near my current location, and as I scroll down, they're going to continue to get further away. So it gives you lots of options there. Like I said, very easy to use. That is your navigation system. Once you have a destination set, it's going to talk to you through your speaker system as well. Our audio system is going to look just like this. I have 12 presets on AM or FM. When I switch over to satellite, I have 18 presets. So I can set whatever I like there and not have to worry about anything at all. My main menu is going to look just like this, and this is customizable through the settings screen, where I can edit my home menu to determine what widgets I want to show up. So when I go into my settings, this is where I'm going to go to hook up my Bluetooth. I can connect a device here. Very easy to go through. Follow the prompts, make sure you're in the Bluetooth settings on your phone, and that'll take you through there. My clock, I can just come in here. I'm going to say I want auto for my time zone, and then based on that, I don't need to do anything at all. So this is all set right now. It's got the correct time on it. Daylight savings time is on, so everything's good. I don't need to worry about doing anything. We've got buttons that'll operate a lot of this as well. Your camera button will get you into your camera settings to turn on or off your predictive lines and change the brightness or contrast on the screen. Down below here we have dual climate control. So right now I've got it set at 20 degrees and it's set for auto. So what that means is it's automatically going to determine where my airflow goes and how high my fan speed is. If it needs to get me up to that temperature faster, as soon as my vehicle starts to warm up, this fan is going to dial all the way up. And then as it gets closer to that 20 degrees, the fan will slowly start dialing back on its own and then do just what it has to maintain the temperature. During the summer, it's going to crank up right away, but it's going to spit out cold air instead of warm air, and it's going to work the exact same way. If I want to manually control it, my fan speed is here. The moment I do either one of those or the mode, auto is going to turn off. Mode is for where my airflow is going to go. Now if I want it just on the windshield, it has its own button right down here. My rear defrost is right here, which also activates the heated side mirrors. Down below I've got a USB port, an auxiliary port, and a 12-volt power port. And then over here I've got my heated seats. Next up, we're going to have a look at the steering wheel and see what we've got there. Here on the right side of the steering wheel we have our cruise control. So you're just going to turn this on, and we're going to watch up here on the screen. And we see right there, it's going to allow me to set my cruise. Now as soon as I tap down and set a speed, it's going to show me the exact speed right up here. From there I can cancel, I can resume, I can decrease the speed, I can increase the speed. Works just like normal cruise. On the right side of my steering wheel from the bottom up, we have our volume for our radio right here. My source button is going to take me through my different audio options. So right now it's on satellite. Pressing this is going to take me to Bluetooth, then auxiliary, then AM, then FM, and then back to satellite. If I have anything connected to the USB port, that becomes an option. If I have a CD in, that becomes an option as well. This button here is for our driver assist display. We're going to come back to that in just one moment. The OK button with the arrows around it is going to control my presets on my radio. So right now, I'm on preset 6. Now if I look over here, I can see that because it's highlighted orange. I can also see it up on my screen here. So I'm going to tap down on that OK button. I go to preset 5 and 4 and 3 and so on. Tapping up will take me back up, and it'll continue on through my presets until I stop where I want to stop. This is for my Bluetooth hands-free, these two buttons here. So this button here will answer a call or hang up a call. This top button is going to allow me to make an outbound call, or if we flip back over to the navigation for a second, once I start driving, these buttons are all going to gray out under Navi. It is a distraction to try and set your navigation while you are driving. So, because that happens, Nissan has given you an alternative where using the voice recognition button, you can still set your navigation while you're driving using your voice. All you do is you hit the button, wait for the tone, and then you're going to tell it navigation. You're going to wait for the tone again, and you can tell it street address, and then whatever the exact address is, or you can say points of interest to find different points of interest. Just follow the prompts, it'll take you right through it. This button here. So our shadow box is for our driver assist display. Right now we are on the home screen, which has a compass, a digital speedometer, and what's going on with our radio. If I hit the right arrow on that shadow box, I see just what's going on with the radio. My next screen over is a compass. This is related to my navigation system. So when I have a destination set, that car is going to change to an arrow going up to the right or up to the left, depending on the direction of my next turn. And then from there, it's just going to go through and it's going to count down the distance for me as well. All the while, it's going to talk to me through the speaker system to let me know when it is time to turn. This is my averages here. Now this is running really high on the average fuel economy because we do a lot of idling. This is our house demo. So, average fuel economy, average speed, which at 6 kilometers an hour kind of explains the whole thing. 91.8 kilometers driven since this was reset last, but it's been running for 14 hours and 48 minutes. That's why our average fuel economy is so high. Over to the right, we've got our fuel economy all by itself. So I'm going to go back to the left for a moment, and if I press and hold the OK button, everything resets. So now when I go back to the fuel economy, that has also reset as well. Driving aids refers to my automatic emergency braking in the front of the vehicle. So if you're driving along, the vehicle in front of you suddenly hits the brakes and you're catching up really quick, you're closing that gap quickly, inside the Murano here, it's going to beep at you and the gas pedal is going to push back against your foot a little bit. At that point, if you don't react fast enough, the beeping will get louder and faster, and if necessary, it will start to apply the brake for you. This screen here is going to show you your individual tire pressure once you start driving, so it will populate for each individual wheel. If you get a low tire, it's going to pop up and tell you low tire, but it's going to tell you which tire is low. From there, when you go to put air in your tire, simply start putting air in. When it gets to the right tire pressure, the horn will beep to tell you to stop. This screen allows us to review any warnings that we might have. So if I open my door a little bit, there's a warning that pops up. I can hit my shadow box to clear it. And when I come to this screen, it tells me one to review. If I press the OK button, it tells me what my warning is. To get rid of my warning, simply correct the issue. So when I shut the door, it goes away. The last screen over is our settings, so I'm going to press OK. Once I'm in here, I'm going to go down to vehicle settings. And then I'm going to go down to locking. And then auto door unlock. This is where we set it to shift to park. By default, Nissan vehicles will automatically unlock when you turn the vehicle off. Most people prefer to unlock when you when you put it into park. So we're going to hit the left arrow on the shadow box to go back, and again down to wipers. We're going to make sure our intermittent wipers are speed dependent. And then when we go back to the right again, we're back to the settings and then back where we started. Down here on the dash, we've got 3 buttons. Our first button is for our heated steering wheel. It is a leather wrapped heated steering wheel. We have a button here to turn off our traction control. I highly recommend just leaving this alone. You're driving an all-wheel drive vehicle, and when I turn this off, I see a second icon shows up. It means I've disabled my automatic emergency braking in the front of the vehicle, so we're going to turn that back on. Final button here is our power liftgate, which is a kick motion activated power liftgate. So we'll go over that in just a moment when we get outside. A couple final features here. First, we have the intelligent key system. So this button here, as long as I have my key fob on me, there's one of these buttons on the front on each door handle, and there is a button on the back on the hatch. That button will allow you to lock or unlock the vehicle. One push will unlock only the door that you're at. A second push will unlock the entire vehicle. Once you get out and all the doors are shut, one push will lock the whole vehicle. We're going to hop around to the back of the vehicle here for your kick motion activation. You want basically somewhere under your license plate. You're just going to give a fluid kick in and out. And as long as you have a key fob on you, it has to be within 3 feet of the door that you're at or the hatch. That will work. So I'm going to do it again. And that closes. Works perfectly. The final thing I want to go over is our key fob. So with the key fob, we have our panic button on the bottom. We have a button to open or close the hatch. You press and hold for 2 seconds. Unlock, lock. We have a remote start. So to work your remote start, you're going to hit the lock button and then hold this top button for 5 seconds. From there, your Murano is going to remote start from up to 200 feet away. Once you do that, it's going to run for 10 minutes or until you get in and engage the vehicle. If you do not get in and engage it, after 10 minutes it will turn off. However, if you know that you're running behind and you want to get back in and make sure everything's good, hit the lock and hold this top button for 5 seconds and it will add 10 minutes to the count from wherever you're at. So if it's been running for 10 minutes, it will now run, or sorry, if it's been running for 8 minutes, it'll run to the 18-minute mark. If you decide you're not going anywhere, simply press and hold the top button and that will turn the vehicle back off. Now with your Murano, you do have an intelligent climate control system. So, if you remote start your vehicle and it is below 3 degrees Celsius outside and your engine is cold, regardless of what your climate control is set for, all your airflow is going to get focused up on the windshield and the 2 front side windows using these vents on the dash. It's going to automatically turn on your rear defrost, which will activate the heated side mirrors, and it's going to automatically turn on the heated steering wheel. And if you've left your heated seat in an on position, it will start to warm up your seat as well. All of that by remote starting. And again, that's your intelligent climate control system. Congratulations again on your 2018 Nissan Murano SV. This is a fantastic vehicle. I know that you're going to love it. If you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Call, text, email, stop in, whatever works better for you. I'm more than happy to do anything I can to help you. In the meantime, anytime that you're in for your regular servicing, if I don't see you, please pop over, and if I'm around, I'd love to have a quick chat. Otherwise, I look forward to dealing with you when it's time for your next vehicle.